So you're running a business, right? And you get a couple of quotes for a new website. One is way, way cheaper than the other. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. You go with the cheaper one because, hey, that's just being smart with your money. Or is it?
That's really the big question we're going to tackle here. Is that cheap website actually a smart business decision in the long run? Because what feels like a total bargain on day one can, quickly turn into a really expensive headache.
And here's the thing. This is the core of it all. The real problem with a cheap website isn't the price you paid for it. Not at all. It's the hidden roadblocks, the limitations, and just the sheer frustration that always, and I mean always, shows up a few months down the line.
All right, so let's get into the first big pitfall. I call it the ownership trap. It's all about who really controls your site. You paid for it, so it's yours, right? Well, it's not always that black and white.
I mean, just listen to this story. There was a fencing contractor over in Teawamutu. He wanted to make a few simple updates, and guess what? He was completely locked out of his own website. No logins, no access, no idea who even controlled his domain name. He was basically a digital prisoner of the same company that built his cheap site.
And this brings us to a really crucial distinction. See, when you don't have control, your website stops being a true business asset, something you own and that grows in value. Instead, it becomes a dependency. You're completely reliant on someone else for everything. And let me tell you, dependencies always end up getting really expensive. So what does real ownership even look like? Well, it boils down to these four things. Think of them as the keys to your own digital kingdom. You need full DNS access, you need the login to your hosting, you absolutely need admin-level access to the website itself, and you need to control your own domain registration. If you're missing even one of these, you're not actually in control. Simple as that. And that lack of control, it leads directly to the next massive problem, the absolutely insane cost of making simple updates. This is where that cheap price tag really starts to fall apart. $400. That is a real quote a business owner got just to swap out a few pictures on their website. I've even heard stories about developers wanting to charge extra just to add a link to a company's Facebook page. It's how that small upfront cost just balloons. And what happens then? It kicks off this vicious cycle. Updates cost a fortune, so you just stop updating the site. Naturally, the website gets stale and outdated. And the result? Your search rankings tank, and any potential customers who do find you just don't trust what they see. That cheap build suddenly becomes incredibly expensive, all because it's stuck in the past. Now, let's talk about another classic line from the low-cost providers. Oh yeah, SEO is included. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But honestly, it's probably one of the most misleading promises out there. And you can really see the difference here. On the left, that's what SEO included usually gets you. They filled in a title and a description. That's about it. But on the right, that's what you actually need to get found online today. Properly structured pages for every single service, clear links, a blog for new content, you get the idea. It's the difference between painting a door on a brick wall versus actually building a house with a working front door. And look, in today's world, with AI and super smart search engines crawling everything, having a well-structured site isn't a nice-to-have anymore. It is absolutely non-negotiable if you have any hope of being found online. A generic, flat template site just can't keep up. Okay, so let's imagine some people actually do find your site against all odds. The next big question is, does it even work? Because there's a huge difference between a website that just looks pretty and one that's actually built to get you leads and customers. So many of these cheap sites are filled with what I call brochure language. It's all about we've done this, we offer that, it's all about them. But a website that actually converts uses problem-solving language. It talks directly to your customer about their problems, it calms their fears, and it makes it crystal clear why you are the best choice for them. And a huge piece of this puzzle is ditching those generic, soulless stock photos you see everywhere. Seriously, nothing builds trust faster than real, authentic media. Real pictures and especially real videos of your team, your work, and your actual customers. People can spot that authenticity a mile away. So let's wrap this all up and figure out what the true cost really is. Forget that initial invoice. The real cost is in the compounding losses that pile up month after month. This timeline here tells a story that's all too common. Month 1, you launch the site. Everything seems great. By month 3, you're already frustrated with the high update costs. By month 6, you start noticing your competitors are popping up everywhere in search results, but you're nowhere to be found. And by the end of the year, you're looking back at 12 months of lost opportunities, lost leads, lost money. This is the real invoice, the one that never gets printed. It's made up of weak online visibility, terrible conversion rates, all the inquiries you never got, your competitors eating your lunch, and, of course, your own mounting frustration and stress. At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. The true cost of a cheap website isn't what you pay for it when you sign the check. It's everything you lose day after day, week after week, because it's not doing the job it's supposed to. It's what you lose over time.